beginning of Chinatown in Philadelphia. Look at this mural. Our feature on Vietnam, we might as well go to this pho restaurant. Very nice, very nice. Look at those oysters. Wow. Beautiful lobster. Babe, we're gonna have to eat some fresh lobster. $3.99 a pound. These are about 1 1/4, 1.5 pounds. We can have some ceviche lobster. $12 oysters for $10. Look at the size of them. Those are clams. Believe it or not, those are soft shell clams. They're huge. Okay, now we have our maitre d' here. He's going to serve up some congee for us with the 1,000-year-old egg, preserved egg. Thank you, my friend.
Yes. Thank you.
There goes my babe's congee. We've also got here, on the menu was beef chow fun, but we asked them to substitute chicken, so they made us some chicken chow fun. Look at these beautiful prawns. Choose them from the tank and eat them. Look at these baby prawns. Oh. Oh. Gotta get my eel on. I had the crispy frog here before years ago. Look at those bad boys. Hey, hold on, no, let's go. Hey! You guys followed us from the restaurant, yeah! We love it. Who followed who? We were here first. But look at you guys had it. You had an awesome poo-poo platter. I like the food that you guys had tonight. We're here from upstate New York. Check it out. Philly. Upstate. Yeah. Albany area. Yeah. Oh yeah. Love it. I like the fact that you guys did the same thing we did. Had an awesome dinner, and now you're over here for dessert. All right. Even though we're featuring Asian places in Philadelphia, this is my old stomping ground. This is Washington Ave, and you can see here they've got the Italian Market Festival, May 20th through 21st, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. This used to be Anastasia's right here, this seafood place. But here's a place that you see in every movie. Giordano's Produce. This place has been here for how many years?
101 years.
101 years.
Yeah.
Now, was it your grandfather or who was it?
Grandmother and grandfather.
Grandmother and grandfather.
Those guys work so hard. I've never seen guys work people. Well, when I got here in the 60s, I was like, I can never work that hard. Those guys they work continuously from 5 to 5.
You look like you lost a lot of weight.
I did. My doc told me, I follow it. My wife's a nurse, so she said, you better lose weight or you're going to have diabetes and this and that. So I did it the wrong way. I stopped eating.
Really?
I just wouldn't eat. He said, when I went for my next checkup, he said, all right, you took care of that. And just keep it off.
Well, you look great. You look great.
Thanks.
So tell us the story again. The family started here
101 years ago.
101 years ago.
Yeah, they just worked and things started expanding. They started off with this first door here, and then they just kept moving and buying till we go all the way to where that Toyota is.
Wow.
And it was interesting. Like they made it through the Depression. The Depression hit, and those guys just worked right through it. You wouldn't even know there was a Depression.
And they were first generation?
They were the first generation.
What part of Italy did they come from?
Spadafora, which is on the top of Sicily.
Okay.
Everybody around here originally was from Sicily.
Oh, yeah.
Someplace in there.
I just got back from Sicily in February.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, I was in Palermo.
Yeah.
And went around and went to the Ballaroro market and to the Capo Mercato.
Wow.
And it was just awesome.
I could imagine. Yeah.
Well, thank you all. This is great business, folks here. We're going to spotlight a little bit of 9th Street early morning. What is it, like 5:30, right?
Something like
5:30 a.m.? I'm up here at 5:30 a.m.
I work from 5 to 5.
Do you really?
And that's it. After that, I'm like, I got to go home.
Thank
I
you.
still have a home.
Thank you. Thank you. Is Grows Pastries. This is my favorite restaurant in Philadelphia in Chinatown. M. Key Restaurant. Look here why I like this restaurant. so much. Liquids hanging in the window. Beautiful ducks. As the day goes on, they get these whole sides of pigs hanging in the window as well. Here we've got chicken. Menu right here. Look at that. That's absolutely delicious. M-Key restaurant on Ray Street in Philadelphia is takeout only, but next door there's a Chinese bakery where you can sit and eat. And here I've got a ham bun, ham and corn bun to go with this pork. Babe is sleeping. It's around 8 a.m. I'm going to enjoy some of this pork and then save her half. All right, we found a place in Albany that has congee on the menu. I'm here with my buddy Andre, and we are at Rainbow Restaurant here on Central Avenue in Albany. Look at the eel swimming. Look at the eel. This is I can't get enough of Chinatown, Philadelphia, so we came to this restaurant. I'm on this congee kick. I want to eat congee. We're gonna get the century egg and pork congee, the classic, the traditional. Yummy. Alright, here we're going to make some homemade congee. We have our garnishes already ready to go. I've got a little prosciutto di Parma, 3 garlic cloves. I've got some shiitake mushroom that we rehydrated and some mint leaves. Over here, what I have is 8 cups of water boiling. I have some shaved bonito flakes, and we're going to add that to these 8 cups of water. We're going to stir that in there. As such, we're going to add to this 8 cups of water, we're going to add a half a cup of jasmine rice. We're going to stir that in here with these fish flakes. And then all you have to do is to take a couple chopsticks and line them up on the pot as such. This keeps the congee, the rice, from boiling over. Then carefully place the lid right on top. You can see what you have is a little space there now. Using the chopsticks, we're going to slide that to the back burner there. And on our front burner, we're going to get a little bit of ginger garlic paste with some diced onion. We're going to get that nice and soft, and we're going to add that to our congee back there. Here's our pork. What we're going to do with that is we're going to put it in a bowl here, and we're going to get some egg white, separate the egg yolk from the white. We're going to add that in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. We're going to mix this all together and let it sit. We are going to keep a measuring cup nearby. We may need to add 1 more cup of water, and we're going to whisk the congee. It's going to be served in these beautiful Asian bowls. So here in this pot, we have our shaved bonito flakes. Bonito is a tuna-like fish that is dried, smoked. It gives a wonderful umami flavor used with kelp in Japanese cooking, it creates a soup stock that we call dashi. Here in our congee, we're using the bonito flakes to flavor and give the umami flavor to our congee stock and to keep it nice and white as opposed to using chicken stock. Some people make congee just with water. Over here we have our pork that we made sure that we took off all the fat on this wonderful boneless pork. We sliced them super thin as possible. We put 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in here with an egg white. And what we're going to do is we're going to season this with a little bit of white pepper. And I'm going to take some of this pink Himalaya sea salt and season the pork so that it remains white. And that's going to go in last to our congee. What we're going to do is put our chopsticks back on the pot here. And we're going to let the onion that we sauteed cook with the jasmine rice, the 1/2 cup of jasmine rice. I'm going to add these 3 garlic cloves also to give flavor to the congee, and we're going to put the lid back on with the chopsticks, keeping a space between the lid and the pot so that the congee doesn't boil over. We could also toast some black and white sesame seeds in sesame oil for another garnish, and I think we're going to do that. Congee, easy to make at home and serve in your own Asian bowls. Now with the cornstarch and the white pepper and the egg white does here for this pork, the cornstarch and the egg white will, when we add this to our congee, will keep the pork nice and tender because it's not going to take that long to cook in the congee stock, maybe 1 to 2 minutes. And with the pink Himalaya sea salt and the white pepper, it keeps the pork nice and white for our congee, as well as will flavor. These are our 2 flavorings, pink Himalaya sea salt and white pepper. Here you have it. Okay, so you can see I added more water. So we started off with 8 cups of water to the, and added 1 package of bonito flakes, the dried, smoked, shaved tuna family fish. It has a wonderful umami flavor. You can see those little specks of bonito flakes in there. That's going to give a nice flavor to the congee. We're going to let this cook a little longer. We've got our sliced pork with egg white, cornstarch, pink Himalaya sea salt, and white pepper. I took some of the chives and rehydrated them in sesame oil, and we toasted some walnuts and some black and white sesame seeds, which is also going to be a garnish to go with our shiitake mushrooms and our prosciutto di Parma, rehydrated shiitake mushrooms, and a little bit of mint on top. And over here, I'm going to add last minute just a few of these delicious Szechuan peppercorns. That's going to give a nice flavor. I'm going to crush them in a pestle and mortar and add them last. You'll probably ask, why didn't he add any salt to this congee? Well, I'm going to tell you the reason why. One reason is that the bonito flakes have a wonderful umami flavor. I'm turning the pot so that when I dish up the congee into these bowls, I'm not getting congee all over the handles. The second reason is this pork that has the egg white and the white pepper and the cornstarch has been salted with pink Himalaya salt. So we're going to add our pork now that the congee is nice and smooth. We're going to add our pork pieces quickly to this pot. You can actually just dump them all in and then use either chopsticks or my famous metal chopsticks here to whisk them around in the congee so that the pork cooks through. We're going to let that pork cook through for about 1 to 2 minutes, and then we're going to dish up the congee in these bowls and garnish it here. With our garnishes, we have some beautiful rehydrated chives and sesame oil. We have some black and white sesame seeds here with some walnuts in sesame oil. We have some rehydrated shiitake mushrooms and some fresh mint and some prosciutto di Parma. We're going to take these little Szechuan peppercorns and we're going to crush them in our pestle and mortar and add that last little bit of flavoring to our congee. And now look, these pieces of pork will be nice and tender, and you can see that they're nice and white and cooked through. And you want to just take this right off the heat. Actually, what you can do is turn off the heat. Your congee is done, and you can just let that sit for another minute before you dish it up and go do a little bit of washing of dirty bowls and, of course, these tongs. Okay, like every recipe in the world, what does it say? At the end, it tells you to taste and adjust your seasoning. So we're going to taste this congee, and if need be, we're going to add a little bit of fish sauce to balance out the flavor. Not too salty. Congee shouldn't be served too salty. It should be served, balanced. So I just added a little bit of fish sauce here too, and this is a wonderful. It adds to that umami flavor, and just to kick it up a little bit more, give it a little bit more oomph. But you can see with the pork is nice and cooked now that we let that sit. We let that sit without doing anything for a couple minutes after the pork was fully cooked. And you can see that nice, beautiful pork pieces in the bowl. There's one bowl of congee. All right, let's move that one out of the way. Let's bring the next one over. Excuse me, Mr. Chopsticks. And we'll serve up another bowl with that wonderful pork. Try to get all that pork in there. And there is 2 bowls of congee with congee left over. All right, what do you want to do at that point? At that point, you want to garnish the congee. Okay, so I would say rehydrated chives. You can sprinkle them around. Give a nice little color. A little bit more on this one. Chives, rehydrated chives and sesame oil, as opposed to scallion. Okay, what next? A little bit of walnut and toasted sesame. If you want more, you can always add more. Gotta have some shiitake mushrooms right there. Shiitake mushrooms. And for color, gotta have a couple dots of sriracha. Not too hot. Again, Babe doesn't really like hot, but she doesn't mind sriracha. You can see that's starting to come together there. Gotta have a lemon slice. Lime or lemon. This is lime. And of course, why not some prosciutto di Parma right onto that for a garnish. Prosciutto di Parma. And there you have it, folks. There is your congee. All right, we got our nice Asian spoons back there to enjoy that with. And homemade congee. Ready to sit down. Babe, it's time for congee!